Libra, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 20th through the 26th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Libra. The overall energy for the reading, the Chariot. Okay. Things seem to be according to plan. Well, at least that's what the universe says. I don't know what the fuck that means, though. But okay. Like, they're on track. Okay. Well, we can go with that. Let's see what's going on. In the recent past, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess. Like, you feel attached to something. There's emotional involvement there. There's emotional attachment to something. But you feel somewhere deep down that something is kind of done. That you're kind of done there. As much as you still feel something there. It could be just a situation. Maybe a job. It could be a person. I don't know what we're talking about. But that's kind of how you're presenting it to me. In the current situation, the Four of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups. And it seems to start to show up more and more in the physical, in the sense of, while you carry this truth of still caring for whatever this is, but feeling that you're done there, if you're not taking the steps to cut that off based off of the energy that you're feeling, then yeah, you're going to show up like this, a little bit upset, a little bit down, a little bit, it's like, a place you don't want to be in, but you're still there. How's your energy going to be? Probably not that great. So that's kind of what's happening here. In the immediate future, the King of Pentacles, the Moon, the Eight of Wands. You're working on something, but it's kind of behind the scenes. So you wouldn't necessarily tell even your friends about it or something. There's something it's something that has to do with your stability. And maybe you're coming up with an idea or something and you don't want to share initially or something. I don't know, because I can see it behind the scenes. Stuff is happening, but behind the scenes. Okay, let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me do the Chariot. For the Chariot, you get the Hierophant, the King of Swords, the Five of Cups. Yeah, there's... I think we're talking about this energy that you hold over something that you're kind of... It's expired for you, whatever it is. It can be anything. It can be any kind of experience that even if we still care for it, we still cherish it, it's just not doing it for us anymore. And if we don't respond to that feeling, to that energy, then again, we're going to show up in all sorts of ways, but not necessarily just ways. So that... This energy seems to be increasing more and more, which is being brought to your attention in a very, very clear and massive way, in the sense of, very clearly that you're done there. But apparently it's very hard to just go there and just cut it off, and that's that. And maybe that's why it's not happening like that. Let me do the Ten of Swords in the recent past. The Strength card, the Page of Swords, the Four of Wands. Yeah, it's been a commitment. There's history there. There's involvement. There's, I poured myself into something for so long. So it's, even if I feel that I'm done here, it's going to be very hard to take the steps and be done with this. Especially when there's so much at play, Let me do the Queen of Cups. The King of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. But your energy is slowing down. If we don't take the steps, right? When we feel something so strongly and we don't take the steps in that direction to make that happen of what we're feeling, our energy is going to slow down. The way we act in that situation is just not going to be aligned truly with our truth, which our truth says get the fuck out of Dodge. So since we're still there, it's going to be misaligned. We're just not going to be us, basically. So I see you already slowing down, and just not, despite the fact that you still care about the situation, just not giving it your all anymore. Which is kind of normal. But it is detrimental to you because all these energies are building up against you. It's kind of like going against what you feel, going against yourself. For the High Priestess, you get the 7 of Swords, the Star, the 3 of Wands. Yeah, again, showing up with, you feel it more and more that you need to get the hell out of Dodge. And you're saying, okay, yeah, I will. Just give me some time. A little later. Not right now. Not right now, because right now it's, there's so many other implications that it's not even funny and it's not easy and this, that, and the other. Okay. Let me do the 4 of Cups in the current situation. The 8 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups. Now you're at a place in which you feel completely disconnected. Like if in the past you were showing up with your heart open to the situation, you were like, but I still care for this. Right now you don't feel the caring anymore. It's still there, but you don't feel it. And it's almost like you're on the final stretch. You can only, go against what you feel for so long until something's going to burst out, and being on the final stretch here of this energy that's telling you to get the hell out and you're not, you're kind of like, but I'm not feeling anything now. Hold on, I want to switch that up and I want to see if I can revive that feeling. I want to see if there's anything here anymore. So I'm going to need some more time now. Okay, you keep on delaying this alignment with this energy that's telling you this is done, this is shut down. For the 2 of Wands, you get the 9 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, the 5 of Wands. And you've been spending quite a big chunk of time here fighting with yourself, basically. The minute this energy showed up for you, that first feeling of, what's going on here? I feel like something's cut off here from me. From the first time that showed up until now, which I don't know, the gap of time here, but apparently it's been a little bit. You've been out. Your energy has been completely removed from the situation. Physically, yeah, you were still here. You were still trying to find ways and justifications and all sorts of something, to grab onto to keep you here. But realistically speaking, during this time, you were just fighting against yourself. So I'm not sure. I think right about now you're starting to realize that. Let me do the 2 of Cups. You get the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Hermit. Could something be reinvented here? Sure. I feel like that's maybe the direction you want to take here. Or the one that feels that it makes sense to you at this time. Like, okay, this is done, right? Can we take this and reshape it into something else that might work? You can try. If that is something that feels doable to you, sure, you can try. And I feel like at this moment in time, that's the proper energy, or at least that's what you're giving me as alignment with, the steps forward for this. Let me do the King of Pentacles. In the immediate future, you get the King of Pentacles again, the Knight of Cups, the 6 of Swords. Yeah, it's like you put up a wall, and behind that wall, you're doing stuff. It's like I almost see you like a freaking doctoring something, or putting something together, trying stuff out, all sorts of chemical things being poured and testing it out, and then I see your hair being all like, I don't know what you're doing here, but it almost looks like planning behind the scenes or trying some things out behind the scenes. Now, it could have to do with this situation in the sense of you're coming out with a clear energy of maybe I could reinvent this or try to. Okay. So maybe you're trying some things out, but you're not going to expose those things until you know for a fact that, hey, this is potentially something we can work with. So it's like first you're testing the ground behind the scenes. Because I see a clear energy of, I don't want to put this out there until I know for a fact that this chemical potion is not going to explode, you know? So something like that. Let me do the moon in the immediate future. You get the 2 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, the High Priestess. And you're very, very adamant about this secret experiment that you're doing. In the sense of, I hope it doesn't get out. I hope nobody sees me doing this before it's time, you know. But you can't tell for sure that you're not going to get outed with this. I don't know what you're doing. I hope I'm not giving you away, because it looks like you're planning something. You do bring great energy to the table for whatever it is you're doing here, but there's so much secrecy over it, and so much like almost fear that it's gonna get exposed. That it's so sorry if that's the case. Oopsie. But I don't know. Again, it's a good, whatever you're planning here, whatever potions you're making, they look good. You bring up good chemicals here. Let me do the 8 of Wands in the immediate future. You get the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, when you feel completely ready and confident in whatever it is you're trying out here, that's when you expose it out there. That's when you put it out there for everyone to see. For, I'm guessing we're talking about this situation. So when you get to the point of feeling like, okay, this may not be perfect, but I'm confident with what I got. I don't know what kind of results it's going to bring necessarily. We'll see. But, you know, what I worked on and what I got, I'm confident about it. So here it goes. Okay. Mad scientist. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The 4 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's an energy of change. It's an energy of, let's reinvent something. Let's, you know, if it didn't work under this structure, let's create a different structure. Let's see if it works under the new structure, you know. So I feel like it's overall, this reading carries a sense of reinvention, a sense of rebirth, a sense of, you know, things didn't work out that way, so we're just going to try a different way. You know what I mean? And again, you're prepping all those mad formulas behind the scenes, and then you just throw it out there like, okay, let's try this, you know? So, okay. Cool. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.